I talked to a lawyer behind my wife's back because she. Part 2. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. She never even changed her password, and she still talks about him like he is just a friend of hers. It can be hard to keep my cool when she is talking about him, but I do what I have to do. Sometimes I feel like secretly plotting against her to pull the rug out from under her is wrong. Not wrong to do to her, but immoral for me to do something like this, regardless of who is on the receiving end. Some days it is difficult to hide that I am angry with her about what she did, some days it feels like some weird dream I am living in. We had a big fight about our relationship, in which I was able to call her out on lots of her poor choices without giving up the fact that I know about everything. I told her she didn't love me and that I haven't been important to her for a long time. That was a week ago and I have been using that big fight as a cover. So now if I am angry or cold, she thinks it is because of that big fight we had. I was the only thing holding our relationship together, and now that I know about her infidelity I have no reason to put in any effort. As a result, our relationship has drastically fallen apart. I explained all this to her and it seems she realized it was true. Since that fight she seems to have chosen me over her affair partner. This is obviously not how it should be. She chose me when we got married, so there should not even be a choice to be made here. She has been putting more effort into showing me attention and communicating. She wants to make things work. But from my perspective, way too little, way too late. There is nothing she can do to change the situation she put us in. She made her bed, now she has to lie in it. This infidelity began because her position as the absolute center of my life was challenged, her large amount of attention from me, from which she derives happiness, was challenged. So she sought the attention elsewhere, rather than communicating with me. What I find truly hilarious is that the men she has chosen to have affairs with don't treat her as number one either. One guy regularly ignored her for weeks, the other guy has an ex-wife and child that he even told her would always be his priority. He's even been seen around town with other girls. Remember that this guy is a youth pastor also. So she is not even number two to this guy, even though they tell each other how special their relationship is. He even told her he plans on moving to co-parent his kid with his ex, but none of that matters to her? How is she okay with that, but can't handle me focusing on school? So here is the update as of today. As a response to our big fight, she decided she will be staying with her parents for a few weeks to clear her head. This makes things way easier for me. I don't have to worry about her refusing to leave or attacking me or any other crazy things she may do. She already has plans to come back. Little does she know I have arranged for her to get divorce papers served the day after she gets to her parents. So I have a week to go, and it can't be over soon enough. As much as I want it to be over, it means this is also the last week I will ever see my dog. It really sucks. We are super attached. But I have no hope of keeping him. There are some special circumstances that I don't want to explain, but it's basically impossible for me to keep him. I'm going to miss him a lot. Update, I did it. She got blindsided and completely devastated by the news. I discovered my wife's multiple affairs over a month ago, but I didn't confront her. Instead, I carefully and secretly planned out how to remove her from my life with as few problems for me as possible. I have been acting totally normal for the last month, being cheerful, buying her things, having conversations, etc. It has been a long month. I wanted to call her out so badly, it was on the tip of my tongue. But I never did because it would make things difficult for me. So I hit the gym, lawyered up, got papers drafted, collected over 450 pages of explicit messaging, set up a new debit account ready to transfer funds, and convinced her to take some time at her parents' house. Everything, and I mean everything, went to plan. I even predicted the exact reaction her and family would have. I froze her credit card with my name and transferred half our money to the new debit account as soon as I heard the papers were delivered. She left yesterday with her mom. I just gave her a hug and said, "Take care of yourself." She said okay. This morning a process server arrived at her parents' home and delivered the papers. She had no idea I knew what she was doing. Her parents claim they had no idea about anything. She got completely blindsided and was apparently hysterical. I say hysterical because, get this, I still haven't talked to her. Yep, her mom called me and I had to explain the situation to her. Just higher level details though. Even in a situation like this, her mom is trying to solve the problems for her. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't even discuss my personal relationship with my wife privately. This is a 29-year-old woman, who is letting her mom meditate and talk on her behalf. Although I did have a good relationship with my mill, and she did push my wife to work on our marriage, I find this so beyond idiotic of them both. I handled everything with tact, kept my composure, and didn't let my emotions do the talking. I had to really bite my lip though. My mill, in discussing getting her wife's things, was using language that implied I was responsible for getting her stuff back to her. Suggested I pack the stuff, rent a car, and drive the 4 hours to deliver it. The stuff in question is mostly t-shirts and lotion bottles. So I told her it is not my responsibility. She comes back with, if you respect me so much like you say, you would do me the favor. Oh man, not only is she getting way too far into our business, but she is going to try to manipulate me. I just said that has nothing to do with this, and I could say the same thing to you. Please don't attempt to manipulate me again. I'm already giving you lots of respect here by keeping a lot of issues off the table. I can decide to bring it to court and prove infidelity, costing us both a lot of money. I can claim theft of our dog, I can give evidence to her AP's employer which will get him fired from his youth pastor position, and others. I'm trying to make this as affordable and simple as possible. She backed down and will be picking up the stuff. Now I have to wait for them to make a move. I'm guessing they are trying to hire a lawyer and refute the dog ownership, which is the biggest fighting point, yet oddly not brought up. Her mom is probably comforting her and telling her that her multiple illicit affairs are okay. That dragging her husband through the mud, talking shit about him whatever chance she gets even while still coming home at night and expecting love and affection, is all okay. Someone in another thread mentioned she might have borderline personality disorder based on some stuff she said. I think she does. Is it odd that they are so worried about such insignificant belongings right now? Yes. Is it odd my wife is not handling this with me? Yes. Should I refuse to deal with her mom? Maybe. Is my wife mentally unstable? Guess so. Do I let them come get her stuff? I don't really want to deal with that. I hate all of this. I am being straightforward and honest with them, and they're trying to pull some shit on me. I hate that I might have to resort to twisting their arm. I hate that I have always been a meal ticket for my wife and just the sucker paying her bills to her parents. I hate that I can't even discuss this with her civilly and rationally like an adult. I hate that her mom lied to me about not knowing her daughter had affairs. I hate that they are so confused by my actions. I hate that I instinctively think of her and want to ask her what kind she wants when I see ice cream at the store. But most of all, I hate how, even now, I am the bad guy to them. Update: I noticed a few messages asking how everything eventually turned out with my situation. In a nutshell, good. It was a clean break. Absolutely zero communication, no issues whatsoever. She moved on, I moved on. That's it. Was essentially a very expensive breakup. The single one thing that sucks is I had to give up my dog. But it looks like he is still living happily with her. After the divorce I graduated, got a job, and moved. She moved to her parents' guest bedroom, and never moved out. She got a low-wage job, and hasn't done anything since. She is dating someone, that's all I know because she has me blocked even though I've never said a thing. I dated a couple of girls, found one that was extremely special and showed me love I didn't know existed. Then I proceeded to lose her. So I'm single and doing extremely well with dating. Literally every single woman I met has been leagues better than my ex-wife. But I would like to be back with my recent girlfriend again. Such is life. Got a great job, doing very well financially, while she is 30-something living with her retired parents. So I guess I came out on top and relatively unscathed. Update end. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.